Good morning, my name is Daniel Manuel Guevara Aguilera, and let's start with the fast new broadcast. So, the first news is that Conor McGregor was knocked out by Floyd Mayweather in the 10th round of the money fight, but performed better than expected of McGregor. The Irishman even got a few rounds early and earned the respect of some critics, including boxing legend George Foreman. So Foreman said that for the first time, I think the media should apologize for all the negative things they said about the fight. He told Foreman to Noel Okfi and Robert Peiling, host of the Obviously Fight Talk broadcast. It's probably hard to beat in a remaining of 2017. It could have been the fight of the year. Mayweather's defense did not work out so well against McGregor, who was able to catch him a lot. Mayweather had to fight like an old school fighter like me. Continued Foreman, a two-time world heavyweight champion and a gold medalist. Muhammad Ali's opponent congratulated, said that the Notorious, especially for reaching the 10th round against an unbeaten opponent in a match, was supposed to be lost from the beginning. So it broke all the expectations about the critics and about these two fighters, or professional fighters. McGregor not only surprised Floyd Mayweather, he surprised me and a lot of experts. In fact, 4 months believed the UFC champion had a chance to make a dent, but the referee intercepted for the undefeated boxer. The referee protected Mayweather in one of the last rounds. Conor had hurt him and was looking for the finish, and referee saved him, Foreman said, although he could not pinpoint to the round on the moment. There was a point where Mayweather visibly doubled, but it was an accidental low blow. It had, I don't know how to say it. It was hard blow to the body. Conor hit McGregor's body with a blow, and the referee stepped in for no reason. But that's typical in all box match. So stop talking about this fight of McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather. The one of the most important and interesting things in the world are that Washington, USA Army Corps of Engineers has begun preliminary work on the building a wall at several locations along the Mexican border with United States. The National Security Department recently said that engineers start working with the construction of the wall. A group of engineers are drilling and taking soil samples to determine what type of barrier will be most effective and very geographic condition along the border, said David Lapan, a spokesman of the Department of Homeland Security. Drilling and ground analysis is done in the El Paso, Texas, Santa Teresa, New Mexico, Calexico, California, and Rio Grande Valley to South Texas. These are the most common cities or locations begin Mexico, the country Mexico. The San Diego and Rio Grande Valley areas have already identified as a priority regions for the construction of the new border walls, because the majority of the immigrants use these locations to get into United States. In August, military engineers will begin work in the San Diego area. Who was Abel Baki Esati, the man who forget the terrorists of Barcelona, tell that these actions are being carried out while the USA Custom and Border Protection Office, on which the Border Patrol depends, continues to evaluate dozens of proposals submitted by contractors for border wall designs. The President Donald Trump ordered the construction of the wall, like all of us know it, and an executive order in January. In March, the Department of Homeland Security issued a catalog of prototypes of a physically imposing wall and aesthetically pleasing. The structure should be designed to avoid being tunneled or not tunneled underneath. Trump plans to build the wall, the border wall, was part of a controversial congressional bicker. The government needed 3.6 billion in budget for 2017 and 2018 to build 160 kilometers of wall. But congressmen, both Democrats and Republicans, refused to provide funding for the project and proposed increasing resources to increase the use of technological devices at the border, such as sensors, to localize all the people that try to get into the United States as illegal. However, the House Appropriations Committee approved it on Tuesday as a spending bill that includes 1.6 billion for the wall. With that sum could be more than 120 kilometers of segments of the wall along the southern border. Last I tell you where were the locations of San Diego, El Paso, Calexico, Rio Grande Valley areas. The Department of Homeland Security has reallocated 20 million from another programs to pay for the construction of various prototypes of the border wall. Construction of these projects is scheduled to begin this summer in San Diego area. National security officials said that prototypes could be added of the wall already in San Diego, and also said that will allow them to assess which barriers are most effective when giving Border Patrol agents time to respond to smuggling illegal drugs and people. Officials said they plan to build 8 prototypes. Initially, Trump talked about building a great and beautiful wall along the entire Mexican border, which is 3,300 kilometers long. But last week, he reduced the plan by saying that the length of the wall will be 1,127 kilometers. As a conversation with Donald Trump said that you don't need 3,200 kilometers of wall because you have many natural barriers. So the people that try to get into the United States won't pass. You have mountains, you have some rivers that are violent and brutal, you have some areas that are so far apart you don't have people crossing around. So you don't need that. But you will need between 1,100 and 1,400 kilometers. Trump also said the wall will be partially transparent and could have solar panels to help reduce cost. The American leader has promised that he will get in Mexico to pay for the wall, which is brusquely rejected by Enrique Peña Nieto, president of Mexico. Many people in the border communities have shown their resection of this project. In Texas, large sections of territory needed to erect the wall are on a private property, and most of the Republican and Democratic leaders of the state congressional delegation oppose construction. So let's go to a commercial cut. So my name is Daniel Guevara, and let's see you on the next day.